need all that. Yeah. Yeah. Look, bustin', I'm going off. Fake acting, you would know it all. Paying taxes, I've been a boss. Real soft, you been a fraud. Up late and these words deep. In the mood and I can't sleep. Need a beat, I'm taxing. No vacate, no relaxing.
So you're actually coming from shooting a video today, right? What, without telling us too much about the video, can you just give us a little teaser about like what to expect with this video coming out?
Yeah, definitely. So it's for a song that, you know, is in the works called In Charge. It's basically saying, you know, I'm taking control of, you know, my dream, my destiny, what I feel I'm entitled to have. I'm not sitting back waiting for it. I'm taking it. And I'm in charge of this moment. You know what I mean? And the video is, you know, I don't want to give too much, but it's basically centered around being in a position of trying to come up and then finally breaking through and achieving, you know, whatever it is, you know, you try to achieve in life. Yeah.
Nice. I think we're all pretty excited to see how you interpret that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so cool. So, and then the song is, again, the song is called
In Charge.
In Charge.
Yeah.
In Charge.
And,
what was the inspiration?
we'll release that probably soon. I talked with my manager, Chris, about release dates, but
can we expect something by the summer?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely by the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple singles before the summer. Hopefully we'll put out a whole project by then too, but definitely multiple singles.
Exciting. And any show dates that we can start getting excited for?
That's tricky, right? Because I actually had a bunch of shows lined up prior to COVID, and then, you know, when you're an indie artist, the bounce back from canceling those type of shows, like, you kind of take a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to make sure when I set up those future dates, it's rock solid. It's no, like, you know, I think we're pretty good. We might be in the clear now, but I know a lot of artists are kind of hesitant about booking shows and things like that. And then you have to cancel, and then it becomes, like, real, like, muddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that for sure. And I actually want to talk about that some more. We're going to come back to the song In Charge and talk about that some more too. Mm-hmm. But tell us about how you are navigating with being a performer and all of the obstacles that COVID has presented for performers.
Yeah.
How do you plan to overcome that?
Yeah. Like I said, it's real tricky. Like, I love to perform. Like, you know, prior to COVID, I mean, I was in a real good rhythm in regards to, like, throwing my own events, tagging up with different promoters and vendors, and you know, jumping on different bills and performing I did everything from, like, a Bad Boy reunion party. I opened up for Plies twice. I did a lot.
Nice,
right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, the pandemic, everything kind of changed, and I haven't performed in 2 years, right?
Yeah, a lot of artists.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now when I set up future shows, I just want to be absolutely sure, like, those dates are rock solid. I can commit to it, and it's like no cancellations. Because the worst thing in the world is for me to let my fans down. And if I ever have to tell them, like, hey, this show is canceled, or, you know, we're not going to be able to do this performance or whatever, you know what I mean? It hurts me.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to let nobody down.
Right, so speaking of your fans, in what way? Because typically, you know, you get in touch with your fans through the shows. That's where they get to see you in person. Yeah, so what way are you still keeping the relationship strong with your fans without being able to do live in-person shows?
I would say social media for sure. Sometimes we do live streams and things like that. But I think with this future rollout, we're definitely going to engage fans more. I'm putting together, like, a live stream performance where fans can kind of comment below, like, in live time while I'm performing and things like that. And then in between songs, I can kind of check comments and see what fans think, just to give them a bit of, like, a voice as a fan with my music and things like that. So we're thinking about putting that together soon too.
Nice. Do you have a timeline at all on when we can expect that virtual concert?
I would say
by the summer?
But yeah, everything should be kind of before and during the summer for sure.
Okay, so the summer we're going to be expecting a lot from you. You'll have some music dropping, virtual shows, hopefully some more in-person shows.
Yeah, videos.
And then we have at least one video for In Charge coming out.
And we got another one, but that one might be a big surprise for people. But just to let them know, we working. You know what I mean?
Okay,
it's a lot coming.
So summer 2022, you guys are gonna see a lot of Josh Gray. So everybody be on the lookout for that for sure. So going back to the song In Charge though. So what was the inspiration behind that? I don't know. I think we touched on it a little bit, but I think we want to hear a little bit more about like where did the song come from?
Just it came from a place of feeling like I was waiting around a bit too much for other people's I would say not so much input, but other people's, I guess, skill set to contribute. And then, like I said, COVID really taught me do it yourself. So I've really been in the habit of literally doing that, right? Writing my own video treatments, producing my own tracks. Of course, I always write my own stuff, but that has continued. And just really developing the plan I want to see in action, but without waiting for other people to like chip in and give their advice and things like that. It's kind of like, no, I know what I want to do. This is it. So now, instead of waiting for someone else's input, I'm like, here's the finished product. Now you tell me what you think of it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And what you said actually makes me think of another one of your songs about like how you were saying not waiting on other people's opinion, doing your own thing. It makes me think of the I Am Kanye song.
Like I'm Kanye.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you in music in some way, shape, or form, Kanye has inspired you. It's just no way around it, right? Course, He's such a huge presence in the music industry, fashion industry. I mean, list goes on and on, right? But for me in particular, it's two people that inspired me to produce in general. It was Dr. Dre and Kanye. And I had to create this record almost in hopes that he would get wind of it. Like, not on like a super fan type of thing, but on some like, I appreciate what you've put out there, like the blueprint you've laid. I appreciate that. And I want to show you I'm not being lazy. I'm taking that blueprint and I'm making it kind of my own, but I'm working hard. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you've seen the documentary.
That's what I was going to ask. Did you watch this documentary?
Like 3 times. You know what I mean?
How did you relate to it?
It just reminded me of a place where I'm kind of getting to right now, like that knocking on the doorstep, but they won't really let you in just yet. You have to continue to prove yourself. And I know I have so much to give. So once I get that door open, it's on, right?
Yeah.
Just letting you know. So we trying to break that door down right now. But I feel like we're meeting the right people, good people like you who like, you know, you see the vision for indie artists. We just want to keep meeting those kind of people and like eventually break that door down and, you know, share the world with my vision and, you know, things like that and keep pushing.
Absolutely. Do you have plans to sign with the record label or are you trying to stay independent? What is your plans in terms of that?
I would love to stay independent. The only issue with that is that, I mean, it truly means independent. You have to fund everything yourself.
Yeah.
That gets expensive as an indie artist, right? That's like the true nature of it. But I mean, anybody close to me knows, like, I'm so passionate about this, I will fund everything myself. And I have, you know what I mean? But there's certain things, of course, a major label can do for you that being an indie artist, you just can't do. You know what I mean? So I'm open to that potential of signing. I've had like some really whack offers in the past that were like not even worth entertaining, you know what I mean? And then since COVID, things have kind of been quiet in regards to labels. I think they're trying to recoup their own situation, right? I think everybody kind of
COVID changed everything for everybody. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not in particular looking for a major label deal or nothing. If it comes knocking, we'll discuss it and see if it's lucrative to both parties. And I'm not one of those artists who's like, well, what can a label do for me? No, what can I do for the label too? You know what I mean? It's a mutual. It's business. Yeah. If a label takes a shot on me, they're gonna know you getting a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? You getting somebody who understands. It's a give and a take, you know what I mean?
Right.
I got to put my best foot forward. But at the same time, I've heard so many horror stories of artists being, just put in really bad positions.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hate for me to be like a prisoner of my own art.
Yeah.
That would suck. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
yes, it's nice to hear that you're like looking at this like a business. You're not just taking any deal that comes your way. You're really trying to establish this something with longevity, something that you can continue to do for a long time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Cool.
Definitely.
So yeah, bringing it back to the Kanye West, the Kanye song you have, the documentary. Tell us a little bit more just about like how your song that you made relates to like Kanye now.
So
the you see in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to avoid a Kanye question at this point, right? He's everywhere in the media for multiple reasons, whether it's music or fashion or personal relationships and things like that. I could never speak on another man's personal life or relationship, especially a man I'm not like close to like that.
Right.
So all I can say is, I wish everything works out, especially when kids are involved. I feel like everybody just got to kind of keep in mind whatever's supposed to be best for the kids. That's top priority.
Right.
So that's all I'll say about his like personal stuff. But in regards to just everything else he's been doing, it's incredible. I mean, this man's a billionaire now, coming from Southside Chicago.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's incredible. You know what I mean? You got to applaud that. So, yeah, and then me personally, I don't think I've ever been the person to like badmouth anybody who made something of themselves coming from nothing.
Right.
I support that. Right. So you're not gonna get a negative take about Kanye from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, are you Team Kanye or Team Kim?
Like I said, I can't speak on Kim. I would have to know her to like really pick a side in that. I would just say that Kanye has definitely inspired a lot of what I do musically. So I wouldn't really pick a side. I hope they both win. I hope everybody wins. You know what I mean?
Good answer.
Like,
Tryna borrow money and I just pay rent. I don't need all that. I don't need all that. Mad I ain't pick up when you call. I just text and I ain't call back. And I ain't call back. I don't need all that. I don't need all that.